Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol WIN. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. While this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame, does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I don't mean to state the obvious or rub salt in one's wounds, but just a total bloodbath today. And some interesting action at the end of the day. Whether or not that means anything, remains to be seen. But definitely the overall context is bears are in full control. Not only from a price perspective, but you look at the volume today, and the volume today was just massive compared to what this chart, usually gets. So whole lot of selling pressure on the day. But I want to circle back to, making the comment about, the latter part of the day was pretty interesting. Again, each one of these represents 30 minutes. So each one of these volume bars, each one of these candlesticks. I bring that up because check out the final portion of the day. You can see volume picked up pace again. And then all of a sudden the price was just going sideways. Now, don't get me wrong, and I wish the market was this easy. Just because the price started to go sideways on big volume does not mean for sure bottom, this thing is bouncing tomorrow. Now, would I be shocked? Would it be surprising to see a bounce tomorrow? No, it wouldn't be shocking, but nobody, can sit around and say that this is a guaranteed bottom and there's a bounce coming because simply put, there's no such thing as a guarantee in the market. But, that is a very interesting attribute and what I'm, curious about tomorrow. And the first part about kind of if this is some sort of bottom is, well, the current bottom needs to hold, or in other words, this current support needs to hold. And that's right there at $2 and we'll call it 35 cents. I know I keep harping on the latter part of the day, but that's where things got interesting. Finally, at the end of the day, you can see the bears try to press down through that green line, but to give the bulls credit, the bulls were able, to strong enough to hold up above there. Is that going to remain the case? A chart's not going to tell you that, but what it is telling us right now is that there was plenty interest and enough buying pressure to maintain and stop the bleeding right there. And again, all that happens with this big old volume bar here. So there is a whole bunch of dumping going on, but there is plenty of buying that was buying that dumping. So does that mean it's going to skyrocket? No, but clearly somebody wanted to buy all those shares as there was a bunch of selling going on, but people or a group or something was accumulating all those shares. So in the event this does start to bounce, where are some of these key levels of resistance at? First area of resistance on any sort of bounce right here at $2.50. And then if the price can clear through there, next key battleground for the bulls right up there around the $2.70 mark. So we'll see what happens with it. But if you've traded long enough, then that stocks that get beat up in a very quick amount of time can produce some very worthwhile bounces. Whether or not that happens here, nobody knows. But interesting close to the day. We'll see if this is indeed some sort of bottom being carved out for a dead cat bounce or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.